If A, then B. And if C, then D. But what the fuck about E? Or Q, or R, or Z? When I was in my 20s, one of my most favorite people in the whole world said, "You know what's wrong with you? Your brain. It goes if A, then B, if C, then D, and then E happens, and you are totally unmoored. You got to fix that." Okay. And I was like, "You're wrong. I can make anything fit into if A, then B, if C, then D. Like, I got this." And I spent my 20s wedging everything into that formula. I'm a planner. You mentioned planning. Yeah, there's a problem. I'm going to fix it. Everything wedged in. If A, then B. If C, then D. There is no E. It's fine. And then I had kids. Let me tell you about E. Things kids will teach you before 6 o'clock in the morning, right? So everything was E. My son once said to me before 6 o'clock in the morning, "Who made the first person?" Can we talk about this later? Like, I don't know. Like, we'll get to that later. And then once driving to school, my daughter, who also over there, was very young at the time, was telling me about this girl at school who was saying how rich she was. She was bragging about how rich she was. And I was like, "Oh, that's really interesting." So I just note, maybe like, let's not talk about money at school. Like, can we try that? And she said, "Is it because some people have a lot of money and they feel bad because they have so much and other people don't?" I mean, no, that's not why, but that's not what you say to option E back here. And you I lied to my kids all the time. Sorry. Like, the first time I kissed one of my kids on the head in the crib and said, "I'll come back, I'll always come back," that was a lie. Like, nothing after kids fit into if A, then B, if C, then D. And this one time, my kid was 4, and I was lucky enough to be working in the same school where he was, and he had made this little hand out of clay, right? So it was this thick, pudgy little hand that curled up a little bit, sort of made like a ring dish, and it was painted red and yellow and blue. And it sat on my desk, and every morning we would come into school, and keep in mind, I had toys at my desk because it was a school, but he wanted to play with the hand. And I just kept saying, can you, like, I really like the hand. Can you not play with the hand? Like, please, that's not a toy. You made this hand. And I have to tell you, like, I'm not, and they'll tell you, I'm not the mom who's like, "It's the most beautiful piece of art in the world. My 4-year-old is a genius." That's not why I didn't want him playing with the hand. And it's not that I thought, like, my 4-year-old loves me so much more than other 4-year-olds love their moms. Like, that's bullshit. I know that's not true, right? It's that this little hand would sit on my desk and remind me that down the hall, my 4-year-old was learning and drawing and painting and making hands, and I loved it so much. And one day he was holding his own little hand, and it fell to the floor, and the thumb went one way and the index finger went the other way. It just skidded across the terrazzo in the hall, and he cried. And I was furious. But I'm not an asshole. I wasn't furious at him. I was furious because I didn't know how to parent that moment. I didn't know how to make it better. I didn't know whether I was supposed to comfort him or teach him a lesson. I had asked him a million times, "Don't play with the hand." And I was so unmoored because I did not know how to fit that into if A, then B, if C, then D. And when I was getting ready to tell the story tonight, I thought, oh, well, what did I do? Like, how did I parent that moment? And I don't know. I don't remember if I made it better. I don't remember if I comforted him. I don't remember if I tried to teach a lesson. I just remember his tears and how angry I was at myself that I didn't know how to parent the moment because my brain says if A, then B, if C, then D, and E is just a clusterfuck. But the lesson I did learn was if you're in your 20s and someone you respect and would trust with your life tries to teach you a lesson, listen, because 20 years later, you may really need to figure it out. Thank you.